Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a Noob's Guide to Dark Souls from a noob. We're going to be finishing up Sin's Fortress today, and then taking on the boss of the area. Oops. We want our Tower Kite Shield, and our main weapon. Alright, so in the last part we got the covetous gold serpent ring, and apparently we drank all of our Estus flasks and used all of our heal miracles. Fun. Okay, so you step on this elevator and it's going to take you to the top, and the first thing you're not going to notice is the bloodstains. Well, get off when it first comes to this, and then I want you to look at the fact that it's stopped, and you can see up there are some spikes protruding from the top of the ceiling. Always look around in Dark Souls. Every time. If you don't, you're just going to get the living crap beat out of you. Or in that case, get one-shotted because the spikes kill you. So, we're going to want to head back to the room where we knock the boulders down and push it out of the way. We're going to have to come back down here at some point anyway, so best just get them out of the way. By the way, the way you can tell if it's out of the way, it'll be pointing straight forward down to this area, or straight back from the giant chasm. Anyway, moving on. Well, let's walk in here. Arrows. With no armor on, it's possible to run past those, but again, always look around. The pressure plate is about right here, right in front of the first arrow shot. Always, always, always look around this place. Sin's Fortress is literally the house of 1,000 traps. Now, this, when you first see this, is gonna terrify you, and I'm still a little bit scared of it. The guillotines are very close together this time, and it's a little bit frightening. And you can't really get a good angle on them, so let's just kind of try to go for it. Sorry if you guys can hear that in the background. My cat's freaking out over there. So let's try this the best we can. Try to time it correctly. Now, something you can do with timing. Oops. You know what? Let's fight the snake men in this area first, and then let's discuss how to get past that. All right. Thankfully, with my beloved Zweihander, I am able to one-shot those guys with a two-handed parry. This guy, easy prey for a running or easy bait for a running attack. No big deal. And then always explore, because over here is this guy. Now, oops, when they do that attack, they're gonna bite down first, and I've made the mistake before of accidentally trying to parry their bite. I don't recommend trying it because it's just gonna get you hurt. But as you can see there, we picked up more large Titanite shards. So again, this place is a really good area to upgrade your weapon to +10 if you just want to make a quick little run for it. So let's try to give an actual tutorial about how to do this. So you're coming up. Whoops, it's a little close. What I always try to do is when it comes past, walk. The guillotine will be just close enough to the ledge to where you can actually grab it, or walk into it, and then start running once you walk into that, because that means that it's about to move to the side, and you can get in. You can get in enough time. And if you sprint, as you just saw with heavy armor and a slow roll, you can make it in. Or you can make it past, sorry. So, what I want you to do is equip some dung pies, and prepare to meet probably one of the most annoying enemy placements in the game. That jerk. So, of course, just throw some dung pies. Now, remember that the Pyromancer's starting gear and the ninja set will help you to get some more toxin resistance. But our goal is to toxic this guy and let him die. You can also do this with fire bombs, and you can also do this with a bow and arrow or magic, all of which are very effective. So as you can see, the toxin's going to take him out. Excuse me, guys. Don't know what came over me. Toxin's going to take him out relatively quickly. So So let's talk about what we're seeing here. You can see more guillotines, and you actually see the guillotines down below, which is pretty cool. But these guillotines are probably the hardest ones in the entire place to get past. Mainly because they look intimidating, but I'm going to show you guys that they're not, and I'm going to show you guys a really easy way to actually get past this. Looks like our friend over there just died. So, first thing that's going to freak you out is that this is a really narrow ledge. Well, if you have to, walk back and forth and practice when that guy's dead. Practice walking back and forth on this ledge. It's not too bad. Now, you're going to come at it like this, and you're going to see that they're really close. But if you look up, you can see that there's actually a gap in between the two sets of blades. So, let's try to go in between. We just walk on through, and you actually see that it's a really big gap in between the blades. Huh, never would have known that had you not tried. So, let's walk across these guys, and let's look around. Okay, we can see a pressure plate right in front of us. Where would the arrows come out? Oh, we can see an arrow slot right there, and we can see another pressure plate. Interesting. Well, let's explore over here. Maybe that guy that we toxicked was guarding something? Turns out, no, he isn't. This is just a nice little bonus feature that they added to the game. So, by the way, down there is death. So don't go over there. Alright, so you can walk past these by sticking to the left wall and not trigger the pressure plates. However, I want to show you guys just in case you do trigger them. Just by walking, you can get out of there with heavy armor. Now, when it comes to this part, just start running and follow the exact path I'm taking. So you want to go left, and don't look around. There's going to be items coming up. Don't pick them up. The game's trying to trick you into going to pick them up. But drop down from this ledge. I'm going to give more detail as to where this bonfire is after we get past the danger. But here is the next bonfire of Sin's Fortress. This bonfire will save you so much annoyance because I was so mad at this game when I was coming through Sin's Fortress because I hated that there was no bonfire. But actually, and I'm going to give a shout out, and I usually don't do this, but my man Epic Name Bro actually showed me how to get there, and it was really nice. So again, just keep on running. Looking around, you can see there's scorch marks on the ground. Well, that's very true. Just keep on running. Don't pick up any items. Don't do anything yet except follow this exact path. Now, if you're new to Sin's Fortress and you don't know the layout, just kind of follow where you feel like the game is directing you. Don't jump over any broken areas, which you can actually do in this, but don't think about that. Just kind of follow the set path that the game lays out in front of you. Just don't look around at any shortcuts. Don't look around at any special items. Just keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. And again, a little trick to running. Don't let your stamina deplete totally, because then you won't be able to run or start running again as quickly. But you can see this jerk here, and now you're basically safe. Even though you can see there's fire over there, you're basically safe. But again, once you're in here, you're more than basically safe. So you can see we have an area over there. We have a fog gate here, which leads to the boss. And then we have some stairs. Well, let's go explore the stairs. Heading up to the stairs, heading up to the stairs. And you can see suddenly there's a giant here, and he hit us, and what's going on? Well, this guy was throwing giant fire bombs at us, and those would have hit us had we stopped running. So, this guy is a little bit weird. That attack that you just saw him doing, I call it his tantrum attack. It's that attack right there. The way that you can trigger it is by standing really close to the door, and make sure that you're blocking, by the way, because those attacks, as you saw, took off a lot of stamina and health. But once he does his little tantrum and he flails around his fists, then what you want to do, oh yay, Titanite chunk. Then what you want to do is just back up, wait for him to finish, and then once he's done, just go and just hit him as much as you can before he stands back up, because he'll be down for like 15 seconds. Oh, that's not fair, maybe 10 seconds. Okay, so you can see we got a Titanite chunk from beating that guy, and no more firebombs are being thrown. So wait, we can actually explore the area safely. Yay! Let's go do it. Alright, quick little trick to get back to the bonfire. You can drop down from here. Nice little quick trick. Alright, so let's go pick up this, more large Titanite. I believe there's actually a total of 7 large Titanite shards in this area. Large Soul of a Brave Warrior. Okay, so let's talk about where the bonfire is. I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning of when you come in from the arrows. Okay. So you're up here on the stairs, you come in, go left. Keep going left and go up the first flight of stairs that you see. go up the second flight of stairs that you see. Then when you come into this nice square area with the first droppable item and the first scorch marks, oh no, I'm sorry, not the first scorch marks, but the first item, turn right and you're going to see a broken wall. Don't worry, but drop down from the wall. And you'll land right where the bonfire is, be able to light it, and everything's good. Very nice bonfire. Okay, so let's finish exploring the level. Which there's actually a few things that I want to get around here that are going to be very important for later. Alright. Now, I want to talk about my choice of rings real quick. I'm keeping the Ring of Steel Protection on instead of the Wolf Ring, mainly because this armor gives us a lot of poise anyway, and we don't really need much more poise than what we already have. This, by the way, is a Knight of Berenique. As I had said in the beginning of the game, you see this guy a few more times. So, with our upgraded weapon, or a very powerful weapon, we can break his poise easily. He's really nothing too scary. So you're going to see this ladder. No harm in just dropping down. Beware, however, that up these stairs is an archer. He's actually a little mini-boss in the game, and he can be kind of annoying. So when you come around this corner, just come up. Now, if you have any sort of ranged attack, like magic or anything, just standing here at the base of the stairs, well, he will basically guarantee a kill for you. He'll almost always shoot over your head if you're at the right angle, which, if you want to experiment, just move up a little bit. And then right when he's no longer hitting you, that means that you're at the perfect area, so like right here. But, of course, we don't have a ranged weapon, because why not? So we're just going to do that. And to introduce him to you, this is Ricard, who we know very little about, but his rapier is used a lot in PvP for just quick little one parry kills. But yeah, the reason why I chose the Ring of Steel Protection is because a lot of the boss of this area uses physical attacks, and though I'm probably not going to get hit by him or be in danger of getting killed, I want to just have the defense in case. And also because the Knight of Berenique uses physical attacks, Ricard uses physical attacks, all those different things. But let's talk about the Divine Blessing that we just got from one of those chests, and we'll also talk about the Rare Ring of Sacrifice. The Divine Blessing you only get a few of in the game during each playthrough, and you can actually choose to start with one of the Divine Blessings as your starting gift. Of course, I always choose the Master Key, but you know, it's just me. So, yeah, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. What the Divine Blessing will do is it will completely fill up your health and remove all status inflictions. It's basically, for those of you who played Demon Souls, it's like Dark Lotus, I want to call it, or no, Dark Moon Lotus or something like that. And then the Red Ring of Sacrifice, Ring of Sacrifice, as we know, basically makes it so that if you die with a bloodstain on the ground, you don't lose that bloodstain. But with a Rare Ring of Sacrifice, it'll also break a curse on you, which, you know, you can get a curse from the basilisks in the depths. So actually, a fun little tactic you can do is, if you're cursed, and you know the game well enough to where you can do this, you can actually go and run all the way through here. You can run all the way through here, get the Rare Ring of Sacrifice, then kill yourself, then to break the curse, then run all the way back. Now, let's read this. Merchant ahead. And that's actually a very good little hint. There, you can jump across this bridge. In heavy armor, I'm probably not going to make it, but I know for a fact that you can do it. So let's run, 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 run. Now, about getting across the bridge. Obviously, you have to do a jump. But try to stick as far left as possible and try to land on, because as you can see, this little area is a little bit farther out. So if you can stick there, it's more manageable. But as you can see, we made it with a lot of room. You can actually make it just from the middle, I know that much. But it's going to be a merchant ahead who has dialogue, so I'm going to mute my mic while we talk to him. Alright. Here's the crestfallen merchant.
Ah, what? What? Who are you? Ah, another undead, eh? I took on Sam's fortress alone, but I'm no different from those vile creatures. I was driven by conceit. Ah, you think you're different? That you can handle it? Yes, I remember that feeling. For I was the same. So, let me help you out with your soul searching.
Not a very friendly guy, but you know, we've all been there when we're depressed or upset, so we're, you know, we're okay with it. We can accept him as a person, we can be friendly to him. So, this is where we're gonna buy our armor for the game, and our shield for the rest of the game. First, we're gonna buy the tower shield, which we can I think just barely use. And then, we're doing it, my friends. We're gonna wear the Katarina armor. We're gonna look like an onion forever. Then, the Katarina helm.
Go along, try and make something of yourself. But nothing will come of it, and I should know.
So, let's see can we use the tower shield? We can't. We only have 24 strength. Alright, so we'll have to use our regular shields for now. And then we're going to use the Katarina armor. Now, something special that I want to talk about with the Katarina armor. It is not upgraded by Titanite shards. It is upgraded with Twinkling Titanite. What am I saying? We're actually going to be able to purchase Twinkling Titanite soon, so that's okay. But in fact, real quick, let's read the armor description. Distinctively shaped helm worn by the Knights of Katarina. Outside Katarina, it is often ridiculed for its onion-like shape, infuriating the proud knights, but the masterfully forged curved design makes it very effective for parrying. Alright. Well, we're going to head down these stairs, and I want to talk about a little bit why I really like the Katarina armor. Well, I've always liked being a knight, which I guess you could say, well, you could roleplay as a Baldur knight or whatever. And I do like the Baldur shield. That thing is sweet. But I only use it for when I'm running light armor. But when it comes to the heavy armor, I mean, come on, guys. We love Siegmeyer. He's awesome. So we're one of his friends, and we're a knight. We started out as a knight, and this armor's pretty sweet. So from now on, we're going to be wearing this armor. And I don't know. What do you guys want me to do? You guys want me to stick with the Fang Boar helmet, or do you want me to stick with the Katarina helm? Fang Boar helmet has better defenses, but the Katarina helm obviously goes with the rest of the armor. So it's up to you guys. This is your guys' let's play. But for now, we're just gonna wear the Katarina helm. So run down here, and this jerk will shoot lightning at you. Since this is when it's female, it's a lot more fragile. Again, I'm not trying to be sexist there. It's just how the game works. Alright, let's use a homeward bone. And you can see we got a cage key. This is important for two reasons. The first is that it's going to unlock a shortcut for us to get us up here to the top of Sin's Fortress. And the second is that it's going to unlock us an NPC for us. And that NPC is actually very helpful if you're a sorcerer. Alright. My only problem with not being able to use the tower shield is that we're wearing this giant bulky armor and then we're using this tiny little shield. I mean, it looks kind of silly. Oh, quick note. That Baronica Knight doesn't respawns, so if you want to farm him for shards or for his shield or his steel armor, or just for the souls, because he drops a decent amount of souls, you can. Alright. Unfortunately, that jerk crossbow dude respawns too. So, these are the cages that you can unlock and use. So let's go ahead and use it. You have to use the left one first, if I'm not mistaken. But this is going to take us right down to the first area. So you're going to want to be aware of the fact that there's going to be an enemy basically right in front of you when you first come down. And don't worry, the guillotines, though they will hit your cage, will not hurt you. Alright, you know what? We can't really parry him, mainly one because I suck, and two because we couldn't see his blade. So we just attacked him. Yay! And by the way, guys, we're not role-playing as Siegmeyer. We're just kind of a... Oh, how'd this guy die? We're just kind of a role-playing Knight of Katarina. How'd he die? Ah, he got hit by the guillotines. All about patience. Take them one at a time. Ooh! And don't be afraid to run away, too, if you feel like you're gonna get hit by the lightning. Those guillotines can really protect you. Alright. Okay. So once again, we have to run past the boulders, which is kind of annoying, but it's okay. Alright, running up, running up, running up. And I've actually learned recently, always kill this guy. Guys, I tell you to have patience. I need to start practicing what I preach. When I run through here, I almost never kill that guy. And I've paid for it a lot recently, so we're going to start doing that a little bit more. Be wary of trap. Very nice. I like it when players give one another advice like that. Yay! That took a lot more health out of me than it should have. Man Serpent Greatsword. It's like a third or fourth, isn't it? Alright, for this, I am going to strip down, which is a little awkward to say, but you know, whatever. Probably going to get hit on this one. I think we're a little bit too late, but we have to make the attempt, right? Yep, we got hit. Not only did we get hit, we died. So, I'm going to meet you guys back up here. I'm probably going to equip our rare Ring of Sacrifice, because I want that 14 humanity. 18,000 souls is nice, but I kind of want that. Oh, we have a Ring of Sacrifice. Okay. Should you guys have speedrun this? I feel like I shouldn't. Anyway, you know what, guys? I'll just meet you back there. Attempt number 3. I actually didn't make it to the... I actually did not make it to... What am I trying to say? I didn't actually make it here last time. I died to the jerks at the guillotines. That's why we are not wearing our Ring of Sacrifice anymore. Yay! So yeah, I make mistakes too. Figure we want as much protection as possible here. Oh, good. That's our Bloodstain. Hey, we look kind of silly. That's okay though. Alright. Let's try this again. There we go. A little bit more precise timing. Woo! A lot more precise timing, I guess. Alright, so we want to head over here and push the lever to where the handle is facing the Chasm of the Abyss. Which I shouldn't reference the Chasm of the Abyss because that's an actual place in the game. Alright, so just send one boulder crashing down. See that snake dude gets hit. And then just push it all the way. Alright, redon our armor. So actually I have to go down here, and then that will, after we fight past this dude, you will get the new NPC. Yay, I actually parried them correctly. Thankfully he was weakened by the boulder, which will never kill him, by the way. Oh my gosh, so many Man Serpent Greatswords. That's what I get for having 14 humanity on me. Alright, so this is Big Hat Logan, or Seeker Logan.
You seem quite lucid. A rare thing in these times. I am Logan. I'm a bit cooped up, as you can see. I have a bright idea. Suppose you set me free. I'm old and empty-handed, but I could repay you with knowledge and sorcery. This place is melting my mind. The inactivity is repressive.
Well, let's free him. We have the cage key after all. Sup, Logan?
Oh, heavens. Thank you. I'm saved. And I'll have to resume my travels. But I must log a few things first, and I owe you a favor. I will return to Firelink Shrine. Speak with me there, so that I may impart my sorcery.
Alright, so next time we go to Firelink, he will be there. But first, let's head over to this and get quite an impressive item. Soul of a Hero. This grants 10,000 souls at use. However, we're just going to go back to our last bonfire and head off to take on the boss. Alright. Actually, real quick, can we level up? Yes, we can. Let's start leveling up our strength. I think once we get 30 strength so we can wield our tower shield, I think then we're just gonna level up vitality and endurance every time. Because those are very important, especially as we're moving into the late game. Which, you know, we're not even in the mid game yet, but whatever. Alright. We've gone through the devious house of traps and survived. However, we do have one last thing to do. We need to go talk to the crestfallen merchant. And for no particular reason other than to see his dialogue. So, which I'm gonna get down. So if you guys don't want to hear the dialogue, skip ahead. Alright, talk.
There's nothing more to say. I'm finished. We're both on the brink, you see. End of story. You bloody fool. Let me give you a nibble of advice. Don't even consider visiting Anor Londo. Not in your state. For a century they've tried and failed. The Night King Rendell, Black Iron Tarkus, and even Logan himself. You won't stand a chance, you'll be eaten alive. But go along if you wish. If only to deepen your despair. Let me give you nothing at all? Fine then. Rush in like a naked babe and be skinned alive.
Do we look naked? However, before we continue on to the boss, we want to drop down. Yep, it won't kill you. And down here is a sniper crossbow and sniper bolts. I don't even know why I'm wasting my heal. I was planning on just going back to the bonfire anyway. So we can refill all of our heal items and refill our health. Alright, so now we're actually going on to the boss. Alright. We should be more than well equipped to go beat the boss. Even though usually I have a plus 15 weapon by the time I go here. Or at least lately, I take that back. On most playthroughs, I haven't had a plus 15 weapon. But lately, by the time I get to this boss, I have a plus 15. Alright. By the way, the Crestfallen Merchant had made reference to the next area that is unlockable in this game, Anor Londo, which we're not going to be going to next. We have some business to take care of around Firelink, and we're actually going to go tackle some new areas first. Alright, and by the way, the reason why I'm showing this run to the boss is so that, for those who get a little bit confused, so you guys just have another chance to see it. Again, just take out this jerk. There we go. Gonna drop something. 2 Titanite shards. It's actually kind of nice. Alright, so a quick little tip. We're not human, but if you were, you could run across this bridge, and in here would be the summon sign of Black Iron Tarkus. It'd be about right here. He's actually such a good summon, in fact, almost off the cliff by the way, that he's legendary for fighting this boss and beating it on his own without player intervention. Yeah, it's good. He's a good summon. But this is the Iron Golem, possibly one of the most laughable fights in the game. Main tactic with him, as you can see, he's very slow and he has a really large weapon. So he's basically us, he's basically a tank. But what you want to do is when he goes to attack, come between his legs, and then just start hitting his feet. And if you do happen to get caught in one of his attacks, you can see they're easily blocked. However, for that attack, you want to move out of the way, because that attack will grab you and throw you, and it'll deal a lot of damage. Alright. Ow. Or, you know, he just slams the ground like a jerk. Now, I have actually seen it before where players have knocked him off a cliff, and when he jumps back like that. Uh-oh. Oh, you're just being annoying now. Okay. Let's see if we can... There we go. Oh no, that wasn't what I thought he was doing. I thought he was staggered, not about to attack again. Ow, slam the ground again. I wish we had reinforced Estus flasks. Okay, I'm being stupid. For when I say that this boss is so easy, I act so stupid. Alright, let's actually fight this jerk. He's not that hard. It comes to me, this is one of the first boss fights you guys have seen me fight, and it's actually me fighting. Crud. That's the throwing attack. As you can see, it almost killed us. So, how to deal with him when you're almost dead. Run away and exploit his slow movement. You can always watch him as he's coming. Just be careful, because again, if an NPC starts attacking, that means that they can hit you. Alright. There we go. Now charge in. And we should... Whoops. We should kill him here. Okay, come on. Just die. You're being annoying. Alright, Core of an Iron Golem. And we are going to go to the next area, but I don't consider it going to the next area when you just show up. The only reason we're doing this is because in the next area, we can reinforce the Restus Flasks rather soon. So that's what we're going to do. Anyway, I'll be quiet for the cutscene. And welcome to Anor Londo. If you're playing this for the first time, then you will get an achievement at the top saying Anor Londo. So, we're just going to run down. We're not going to be completing this area. And the next episode, actually, we're going to be completing this area after a while. We have several things to do. Now, just a quick heads up, when you see that guy, just run past him. All the enemy-looking things that come up early aren't mean if you don't provoke them, so there you go. But yeah, this area is pretty infamous and legendary for the Anor Londo archers, which if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're going to learn to hate them if you're playing along. I dislike them a lot, so you guys will hate them. But let's talk to this woman.
Well, you are a rare visitor. Welcome to the lost city of Anor Londo, chosen undead. If you seek Lord Gwyn's old keep, exit here and head straight yonder. If you are the chosen one, a revelation shall visit thee. What follows thereafter depends upon you.
She can reinforce the Restus Flasks. How many souls do we have? Okay. You know what? That's all we're going to reinforce, which kind of sucks. But the reason I'm doing that is because... I'm trying to think. We don't want to reinforce... Did we already get the soul of the Firekeeper from Firelink? You know what? We're going to take the bet that we didn't. Because if you use her soul for reinforcing Estus Flask, you cannot revive her later on. So there we go. We have 2 plus 2 Estus Flasks. Now it's...
What is it? What am I? Well, I am the keeper of the bonfire. If not for me, what beacon would there be in this lost city? A gatekeeper and a guide. That is my calling. The bonfires attended by the keepers are special. They are linked to one another, and their flames never die. Yet never shall the keepers of these flames meet. If you require rest, now is the time. That is, after all, what the bonfire is for.
There we go. Now, and by the way, I'm thinking that we don't have her soul, because if you had her soul already, then you could just revive her, and that would be no fun. But we are going to level up our strength and be just short of having 30. However, we're just going to use a soul. Soul of a Proud Knight. Just for 1,000 souls, or 2,000 souls, whatever. And then level up to 30 strength. I think that's the most amount of strength we're going to be putting into this character for a while. Eventually we're going to want 40 strength, so we have the most amount of scaling for it. But other than that, that's going to be it. So, we have our shield, guys. I like this shield a lot. Quick note about tower shields. No parry. You only bash with them. Could you imagine parrying with this thing? Alright, but that's all I have time for tonight, guys. And in the next episode, we're going to be revisiting Firelink Shrine after a while of being away. So I will see you guys then.